Manu, welcome to the show.
But the ending was like a movie drama. He was about to close, and at the last moment, he cut the deal.
Okay.
We realized we built pretty good technology pieces in the previous two startups. Why not use that expertise and skill and sell it to the clients globally? We decided, let's start small. Let's start with startups and small businesses.
So how did you take that learning and apply also into the service industry as well?
When we came into the services business, we understood the pain of spending our own money, the bootstrapped money, into building features. We internally are highly process driven.
Okay.
We have certain checks and balances at every milestone. We set a vision to become an AI first company.
Okay.
What does it mean is humans are doing the judgment and AI is doing the heavy lifting.
How do they can start their AI journey?
The way we define it internally is when we had started adopting AI, become an AI first company.
Welcome back to another episode of Techie Talks with Kuldeep. I am your host Kuldeep Singh. Today we are excited to have Mr. Manu Jain joining us. Manu co-founded Scale Up Ally in 2018 with his co-founder, which is now a 100+ members company having 3 offices across the globe. Let's hear more directly from him. Manu, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kuldeep. Thank you for inviting me to your amazing podcast.
Sure. So Manu, before we start our conversation, could you share your story? How did the idea of the Scale Up Ally came? How did you found your co-founders, etc.?
Sure. So journey goes back from my graduation times. I'm a graduate from NIT Jaipur 2012 batch.
Okay.
The first startup that we started has a very interesting name called Pass Karado.
Okay.
It was a time in engineering college where you do not study much, and you needed a platform which allows you to have the academic materials at your disposal. We started our journey from there. We ran it for a year. We shut it down. Then we moved ahead in a journey towards the jobs and everything. Then we started and we co-founded another startup named Admito, which is an educational platform for MBA college selection.
Okay.
It was back in 2015, and we built a machine learning algorithm that matches your qualifications and preferences and map your B schools.
Okay.
So there were 700 B schools at that point of time. It did that. We ran it for 3 years. We had close to 1 lakh registered users. We had a lot of national and international media hype also.
Okay.
But the ending was like a movie drama.
Okay.
Where we had an investor. He was about to close, and at the last moment, he cut the deal.
Okay.
And we were left with almost 1 month of savings.
Okay.
Into running the startup. That was a depression time. We were down by 25-30 lakhs rupees. We were graduated, like it was 7-8 years since graduation. We were not earning anything, nothing to give back to home. And that led us to thinking, what has life taken us to? And as we were discussing and talking about job kare, kya kare, this is where an euphoria moment came into picture.
Okay.
We realized we built pretty good technology pieces in the previous two startups. Why not use that expertise and skill and sell it to the clients globally? There is a magazine, CB Insight. It states that 42% of the businesses fail because they do not adopt technology rightly. And we came with a mission कि कोई भी business अब technology की वजह से बंद नहीं होना चाहिए.
Okay.
There can be 1,000 different reasons. अगर हमारे साथ partner हो, they should not shut down because of technology. With that vision and with a clear market gap, where the businesses want a dependable tech partner, we started Scale Up Ally in 2018.
Okay.
So this has been our roller coaster journey.
So you and along with your 3 co-founders,
Yes.
That's how you started the journey. And how did the idea of like which business to target, right? Because you have specifically targeted small and medium enterprises. So how that idea came?
Okay. That idea has a certain strategic reasons behind it.
Okay.
From the day when we realized that the currency value for US markets, Middle East markets, European market is much higher.
Agreed.
So hence the target has to be there. And also we know that we do not have any local presence out in these geographies.
Agreed.
Hence targeting enterprises will be way too will be above our pay grades.
Yeah.
Thirdly, we realize that we ourselves does not have an expertise to target these big shot clients.
Big shots. Yeah.
So we decided, let's start small. Let's start with startups and small businesses, and slowly we'll grow towards medium scale businesses.
Okay.
So far, 7 years down the business, we do have worked with certain big enterprises, largest B2B marketplace in India, couple of cement industries players in India, renewable energy players in India. From, if I talk about the outside, one of the biggest investment arm of Abu Dhabi, environmental safety companies of US. So we have worked with them, but we have gradually risen our expertise, our experience towards those guys. But still 90% of the business comes from small and medium scale businesses.
And how do you define the small and medium business? Like, let's say we take the example of India overall. How do you define that market?
So in the Indian context, it's very easy to define basis, because government has done the job for us.
Okay.
Basis the number of the turnover that you have, 10 crores, 100 crore to 50 crores, is the benchmarks associated with that. But our major focus is the global markets. The way we define it internally, a team of anywhere from 10 to 100 is something we call it a small to a medium enterprise. In US, a 100-member team can have close to 100 million to 50 million revenues in scale, and this becomes our ideal target market.
Okay. And while did you start with this journey, and you already had a past experience of building a product, right? So how did you take that learning and apply also into the service industry as well? Because it is not only always a product that you just give and the client is changed. There are of course some services you need to provide, some change management, etc. you need to do it with it. So how did that play?
So you're asking about how the transition or the learnings from the product-based business translate into a service-based business.
Exactly.
This learning has become, when you build a product, you understand that it is not, you want to build a lot of features.
Yes.
In your own product-based startup, but you realize that every feature costs you money.
Yes.
And this is where you find a balance of ambitious feature load to a tight budget constraints. And we have lived our 7 years of journey around the same. When we came into the services business, we understood the pain of spending our own money, the bootstrapped money, into building features.
Exactly.
And features emerge overnight.
Yes.
Because of the market conditions, because of the customer feedbacks, or because one of the co-founders said this thing, or investor said this thing. So every feature needs to be carefully planned.
Agree.
When we started to scale up LI, we did not start by becoming or with a vision to just become another IT outsource vendor. The whole idea was to become their extended arm. For the people in US, in Europe, they can look towards India to set up their offshore development center. And when they started conversing with us, they realized that we understand the importance of features and the budget. There has been many times when we have said no to the feature because we know it will not translate to the value or to the customer base. Though more features mean more revenue for me. But hundreds of times we have done that. We've even said no to the clients whose startup idea was not that great.
Exactly.
And couple of months down the line, they have realized and come back to us that you were right, because we have lived that journey. And hence those learning became our USP in this scale-up LI.
One very interesting thing which I see even in your name is LI. And also, how do you differentiate, the tech partnership compared to the other provider which are already existing in this space, or maybe the other companies who also followed the, the same methodology in the past?
Tech partnership or any partnership has become a centerpiece in this globalization market.
Okay.
Those were the days where you just want to outsource any project. Now everyone wants a close collaboration. We understood this fact back in 2018.
Okay.
And also we come from a same knit of families and same set of friends where we love to have those partnerships.
Okay.
It can be strategic partnerships, it can be other kind of partnerships, but we love doing that. We do not love doing transactional businesses. So who we were, we tried to translate into our business, and we realized, as per the statistics, even the market is looking for the same. Secondly, when we started our business initially, we realized a lot of clients came to us because of the bad experience they had with the previous vendor. The previous vendor can be of any geography. And when they started working with us, they realized that we are very concerned about the success of their idea. Because from the day one, and innately came to us that we really want them to be successful.
Yes.
Thirdly, we also realized a limitation that we are starting an IT business in 2018. The industry is started in 1990.
Agree.
Catering to this business in a very matured market is going to be very tough.
Agree.
Getting 1,000 clients is not going to be easy.
Easy.
So how about we change the cards? We keep less clients. We pick them very strategically, and we focus which has the highest chances of growth. And if they grow, and if we build the right relationship with them, then the extended arm or the contract will extend and will come to us.
Okay.
So this is where the entire partnership picture came into. And as the word ally, if you see about the historical times, military allies used to be there. So it came from the same word. So we are a technology allies for these businesses globally.
Okay.
And that is the differentiating factor for us in this matured market.
Yeah. So you are saying like, hey, for example, let's take maybe the other company is already providing or was already providing the same software, but you provided that the software with, okay, how you can use this to turn your business and how you can increase, ROI on that, instead of just saying, hey, I just need to go buy this product and it will work. But no, it is not going to work. You need to, okay, for example, train your employees on those. Maybe you need to see, okay, how do you see the data differently now? Because now you do have the data across the department rather than only on one place.
Definitely. So these small businesses, they have built a stable business, and they're pretty good in selling their stuff. But across different geographies, they lack the aspect of the knowledge of technology.
Agree.
And hiring locally on technology side is very hard.
And also costly as well.
Costly. And normally do not trust. You trust your equals. You do not trust someone junior. So this is where we understood and we got initial feedback where you guys are putting your heart into our business. First thing. Second thing, when we start any discussion, we always start with business.
Okay.
We are not the guys who will say how many features you want to develop, and this feature will take 100 hours. We will understand your business, basis that business, we will design it, post approval, then we will build it. So building comes in the last 30-40% of the work. The initial is the interaction, knowing your vision, knowing your journeys, knowing your strength and weaknesses. So this is where we start. Slowly and gradually, we move towards, as you mentioned, the data side of it. A lot of these businesses also lack data-driven decision-making power.
Agree.
We have a division internally around data analytics and data visualization. This is where we help those businesses who are doing maybe $50 million, $70 million, and still lacks the entire capabilities of making data-driven decisions. And this is where we create a single source of truth, connect with multiple data sources that they have, and start generating insights to the founders so that they can make decisions within 20 seconds by looking at the data.
Okay. And this is very interesting also because see, you have started with something and then you see, oh, this is the gap where we can fill and we can build and we can also help our client. How do you make sure that your own company is following these changes, right? Because it is not something you can just go to the client and say, hey, you should be doing this. How internally you are starting with these changes? Can you share more maybe around people, process or technology wise?
It is very hard when you do it for your business. दूसरे business के लिए ज्ञान देना बहुत आसान है खुद के लिए, because somehow you are very emotionally connected. A lot of founders, and initially in my journey also, I lacked the vision to see it from a bird's eye view. Because when you see it, you realize the gaps. Luckily, we are 4 founders, and we divided the jobs and the departments accordingly as per our skill set. And in one of my job role, it is to see the company from the bird's eye view. To see what is happening in the market, and then bring out the right processes. Find out the gaps in the company, bring out the right processes, and build it. 2 of my founders come from a technology and a process-driven background, and they implement it. So when you are asking about how do I do the process management and people management, it starts with the bird's eye view. Secondly, we internally are highly process driven. We have certain checks and balances at every milestone. The way we deliver, the way we gather the requirements of a project, the way we develop, the way we gather feedback. So there are certain checkpoints, and every checkpoint has certain feedbacks and KPIs to measure. These KPIs help us evaluate or forecast where we could go wrong. And if you are going wrong at certain places consistently, this becomes a red flag. And we start working towards creating better processes around the same. So yes, it is hard. We are trying to be very proactive. AI is helping us a bit, but it's a long journey.
Yeah. So you are saying, like, of course, speaking is only the easiest part. You can say, yeah, from tomorrow onwards we are going to make this change, but implementing it within your own company so that the people live that, and it will always start with the people. Then you will fine tune the process, and also on the technology wise, right? Because one good advantage is, because you are in this domain, what are the changes which are upcoming in the technology space, and how we can be in the forefront of it, rather than just going back. So one thing which I really liked is, like, in all the conversation and also in the other information, you are saying, like, hey, AI preferred approach, right? Which means I see you are already embracing the AI and the machine learning, rather than considering it as a threat to your business. Could you share some example or some stories around this?
Yeah. In January 2025, we set a vision to become an AI first company by June 2026. What does it mean is, humans are doing the judgment and AI is doing the heavy lifting. Internally, we have a 6-step process. It's called a 6D framework. Discovery, detailed requirement gathering, design phase, development, defect detection, and deployment. These 6 steps have their own sub-steps. The vision that we carry is to improve the quality of our deliverables, to improve the client experience, and also client love someone who has done walk the talk, who is living the same thing that I'm asking them to build. We bifurcated those steps into certain AI agents and AI components, and they span across from sales to operation. So this is the vision that we started in January. A lot of progress has been made in the last 10 months, and I think we are all set to be achieving that vision by June 2026, where AI is becoming a co-pilot for all the team members in the company, and the experience have multifold. The better experience has multifold for the clients.
But Manu, I would like to also validate this, right? Because it's always good to see, there is an hype going on, and you might like, all these presentations, there is like productivity improvement, etc. But did you see the change among the co-founders, among the team, after started using it?
Yes. I'm a firm believer of starting the change management from the leadership. Within our 4 founders, then bottle it down to the people in the company. Unless I am doing the same thing in my life, in my processes, I will not be able to cultivate that culture within the organization. So the way we started this adoption of AI among ourselves is to find out one pain point that is very frustrating for us to do, that we want to get rid of, and that is taking a significant of time per week, per month. We all sat down and we discussed and we wrote that one point. And we also wrote the second point, if this get off or if this is removed, what is the time saving or what is another KPI that will be most impacted? What is the single most important KPI that will be improved after doing that? We all realize certain aspects into things that we do not like doing.
Okay.
And that became our first AI agent projects internally. I can give you certain references.
Sure.
As a salesperson myself, all clients love minutes of meeting.
Agree.
As soon as you have a meeting, they love to see what were discussed, key action items, what are the due dates. And before this AI into picture, you used to write notes while doing the conversation, and then you draft it out, and then maybe use Grammarly to phrase it better, and then send it out. What we have internally built and what I wanted to do is to have an MOM sent within 5 minutes of the call. That should be target and that should be the impression in the client. We call it an MOM generator internally. We use Loom, N8N and OpenAI, a combination of these tools, where they're orchestrating basis the conversation's transcript, creating a defined MOM, sending it to me for the final review, to avoid any risk, to avoid any overcommitment, and then eventually also drafting an email on how it needs to go. And I just have to click and send it.
Yeah.
So the painful task of me writing the notes and making the English better has taken off. And as a salesperson and the CEO, I used to have at least 5 calls per day, translate into 5 days, 25 calls. One MOM used to take almost half an hour.
Agree.
So almost 12 hours of time frame I have saved in my life per week. And that time I can invest either in more calls or I can give it to my family.
No, these are right, and maybe like your team members will share such other internal story as well. But the main thing is you are also into the client business, right? And I'm assuming you would have shared the same story with them, asked them to be AI first or AI native company. Have you also seen some changes in the client? Maybe their KPI got increased, maybe some changes which they shared. Hey Manu, before that we used to do it in this way, and now we are totally changed, and this is kind of the benefit I see.
There has been a drastical change among all the clients that we have worked with around AI domain. Few of them have seen operational excellence. Few of them have seen sales excellence.
Okay.
And the remaining set of guys have started thinking about building an AI tool within themselves or open it for the market as a SaaS business.
Okay.
So these 3 type of clienteles have emerged after this. If I talk about the operational excellency, a lot of challenges does come around manufacturing domains, let's say around error management or the production line. The products are not as per the quality standard that they have maintained. They are using certain IoT. The aim was to identify these defects using the modern technology systems. So for one of the businesses, what we did was we worked on the IoT systems. There was a camera placed. They built the product. The camera used to identify certain gaps in the product, which the camera was trained on. There is an AI model behind it, and used to send a red flag as soon as the product is not passing that quality parameters, which was a human effort. Secondly, the humans were also not able to do it at 100% accuracy.
Exactly.
Thirdly, the system can run 100%.
Exactly.
Second, and this is becoming is around the sales. It's a very classical case, and it is common across all the manufacturers who are doing B2B business in India. So a lot of businesses in India, and this is applicable for UAE also, have subscribed to B2B marketplaces like IndiaMart, Just Dial. They keep getting requirements, 100 requirements a day, 50 requirements a day, and they are not able to cater it. They cannot cater it because either they do not have the right team, or they do not want. They're getting a lot of bad leads from the IndiaMart, and as per the survey, 70-80% of the leads are not qualified leads from these platforms, and hence a small businesses in Indian context do not want to waste that time.
Exactly.
we build an email SDR. We call it email SDR.
Okay.
Internally, we use it for one of our use cases.
Mm.
But what it does is, it's a system. As soon as you get an inquiry from IndiaMart or Just Dial, it will read an email.
Okay.
It will analyze the text if it is a requirement for the one of the products that they sell or not. It will send out an email for further discussion, for further clarification, requirements gathering. Once it has an answer, it will also send a proposal.
Okay.
By itself. Once the proposal is sent, if there is no replies, it will do a follow-ups also.
Okay.
It is also trained to do negotiations.
Okay.
To a certain extent. And once it realizes that it is going beyond the limits of an AI, it will translate it or it will move it to the a human.
A human.
And this, we have done it for 2 companies in Noida itself.
Okay.
They are big companies. We have done it for a couple of companies in Dubai.
Okay.
And instantly, they have seen the result of identifying 20 to 30 qualified leads per day without using humans. And in some of the cases, the AI was able to convert it by themselves.
Okay.
And it does not require any human intervention.
Okay.
So it was a 5 to 10% increase in business just by spending 1 or 2 months into AI.
So, Manu, AI to me is still very expensive, right? And being a small and medium enterprises, how can I ensure that I'm not spending too much without even realizing, hey, there will be an ROI quickly? Because to me, the spend is one of the major concern. Could you share some of such examples?
Yeah. After the technology has always been perceived as an expensive thing.
Agree.
Among all kind of businesses per se. And AI also follows the same misconception that it is going to be costly. We do not see the value of AI in terms of the time saved by any human doing it. Secondly, AI is relatively cheaper compared to the typical software work or technology work that used to happen previously. What used to take 3 months is now being done in close to a 1 month of time or 2 months of time. That fear that comes from a very heart of the SMEs, where they do not want to get stuck by adopting technology, and they do not have a right partner to live that for a long time. The way I see it, and I will advise the businesses also and the people listening, have a framework to analyze what is important for you. The first question starts from, it's not about buying an AI piece that it costs X dollars. It is about understanding what is the most frictionful thing in your business. What is one thing that is letting you down? Identifying that first. Second, assigning a KPI to that.
Okay.
That if this gets resolved, how much benefit I will get, or how much benefit a process or a department will get. And third thing is aligning a data to it so that you can start monitoring it. When you have these 3 steps and you start answering those questions, you have a clarity what needs to be done. Secondly, I always recommend people to start very small.
Okay.
Start something as small as you do not want to take a pain of writing an email, or you want to you have a simple report that needs to be delivered every Monday, or there is a KPI that you want to track every morning 8 o'clock. Start simply on those lines. This will help you build an AI culture within yourself, which will then translate to the company, and which will then translate to the entire ecosystem which you are working upon.
And one more thing to add is, start with the top rather than bottom up.
One of the mistakes, biggest mistake we do is, the founders and the business owners say to their intermediate members or to the employees or to the middle management that go ahead and come up with a use case of AI. And that person is very much stuck into their job. He does not have a time to reflect and to see what is happening around the globe. He is not the one going to the webinars, seminars, workshops, expos to gain what is happening in the market. I believe if you want to build that culture within your company, it has to start from the top.
Okay. And see, these are the good thing to follow, right? And if a company follows, or even if like startup is following, I'm sure they will see the success. Have there been some cases where you have seen that these experiment or these thing which a company has started, but they haven't gone so well? Maybe there was like a total, maybe like they started with an experiment, thought, oh, it will increase the KPI, but it has decreased. Do you have also seen such examples?
Yes, and I think the answer to this is something, the word that you mentioned, experiment.
Okay.
Once you relate AI to an experiment rather than a utility, it is bound to fail.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means is, choose utility over experiment means try to find something that a problem that you have and what is the solution for it using technology. Rather, what we think is, as AI into the picture, how about we open a new department, or how about we open a new process? Rather than improving your existing thing, you experiment with AI for something very grand visionary. And your entire company ecosystem is not built to do that. Okay. Secondly, there is a thing called HIL, human in the loop. Consider AI as world's fastest, most intelligent, literate intern, not an independent employee. So when you think of like this, 80% of the work that AI will do, but 20% of the work where risk is involved, where wisdom is involved, where context is involved, human needs to come. And this is where, when you start this experimental project and you do not have human in the loop, your vision is to completely eradicate human from that process, things is bound to fail. One of the examples you might have seen recently, I think last week news was of Amazon web servers going down because they have deployed multiple AI agents and it could not control. So this is one of the use cases. There are across multiple use cases across multiple geographies. But I believe choose utility over experiment when starting with AI.
So you're saying like two things are very important if you want to make it successful. First thing is the human in the loop. So like, just don't give everything to it and you assume that it will be like a perfect. It is not going to be perfect, at least for now, and maybe it will take certain days or year to become perfect. And second thing is, start with a business goal rather than just, hey, I would like to do this, let's see how does it. Because even if it does, there is not going to be the impact to any business, and then you say, hey, we did the X investment but we didn't get any return. Maybe it is like a failure to us.
I have been to multiple such conferences, one of them being an EDM council, which we are also a part of. They have also called it explicitly where everyone has interest, but the output is not realizing simply because of the fact they are trying to do something visionary where the entire ecosystem is not built for it.
And one more interesting pattern which I see is like the founders, right? And like they are also not born in the AI era, right? Some are even like they were not very familiar even with like computer and the laptop like that. How do they can start their AI journey? Do you have some specific examples?
It is an interesting question, and it is a problem for the business owners who come from that era where they do not have touch technology rightly, exactly. And now they are forced to use AI because of the changing market environments. I would say I will answer this into two parts. First, start looking inwards. Start seeing where in your business you can improve. Secondly, technology is going to be a long journey. Yes, you can start very small, but it's going to be a long journey. It is eventually going to be a backbone for the company. You need to find out the right partner if you cannot do it. You have to find the right partner who understand your business, who understand your pulse, who is ready to commit or go beyond the invoices, who is your shared partner in outcome. rather than just a mere vendor who is just sharing monthly invoices. If you can do these two things, I think it could be a good starting point for these founders.
And one more interesting thing, I know like we have touched a lot on the AI and which is going to be your key focus also. But another thing which I see specifically is that your tech foundation is very strong. It was, I think you have even built like the tech foundation strong even at the start of it when you were not scaling. Did it help you eventually growing, the overall, or was it more becoming kind of, the price heavy for you in the long run?
So it has always helped us.
Okay.
And it has been our core forte. And I have been very kind because of the God. My two of the founders are technical guys. They live, eat, and breathe technology. So that has helped me come out with the crazy ideas around technology to improve the revenues or to improve operations. And I leave it to these guys to start developing it and start conceptualizing it. Having said that, what we do is internally we allocate a certain budget to our R&Ds in technology. We are not building any product per se which is open for the market, but we have built technology pieces internally to improve our quality and improve our experience. So we have 4 promises at Scale Up Ally. One is client first approach, where we want to make decision for the long term growth. Second is the top quality execution, which means high processes, SOPs, review cycles. Third is scalability, where we want to build architectures that go beyond time, team, and traffic. And fourth is around on time every time. We keep transparent timelines. We have honest recalculation of the timelines. When you have these 4 promises, and every project is different, hence you need to adopt or use technology to ensure the quality or the outcome is same across all the projects.
Okay. So you are saying like, this technology stack or these knowledge, etc., which you have built, you have established them as a tech foundation layer, and now you are just building, the use cases on top of it, which can scale for multiple clients. Because now you are not worrying, hey, if tomorrow, like let's say 10 new clients come, you just need to replicate, the same platform setup, same scalability, same high availability architecture, the data cleaning, etc., everything which they can follow, and they will also like it because your architecture was very clean, etc. They no need to just spend some effort. Hey, maybe I can just make this website live, make this dashboard live, and later on we'll fix those issues.
Yes. You are in a service business, and you need to do that. That is the DNA, and whoever can do that will survive in this competitive market. And as you mentioned, better than I could, the tech foundation is something that is helping us scale.
And one more thing, like because you are talking a lot with these small and medium enterprises, what is your prediction for like next 2 to 3 years? Because it is very hard to predict for 5 year to 10 year how that market. So what are your some of the high level thinking, hey, this is how AI will shape these businesses from various industries?
Yeah. AI will definitely and drastically change the way we do business. And it will change commonly across all the geographies. The pace of it will depend from the adoption of AI. If I compare Indian market with the Middle East market, the way Indian market will evolve is the founders and the business owners will start having technology first mindset. That is a fundamental change. Secondly, the way they will be conducting business, the quality or the experience that they will be given, the customer will be expecting a higher quality. So remember the case before Oyo came into picture. There was certain expectation with every hotels. With Oyo, the standards, the bar have been raised.
Yes.
Similarly, with AI, the customer's expectations and bar will be raised, and small businesses needs to adopt. Third thing in the Indian market in India, after 100 kilometers, things change. Language change, culture change. And we love to speak our own vernacular languages, our local languages. AI will help you translate your communication, your business processes, your sales, your marketing material into the local languages. And hence, any startup, let's say sitting in Bangalore, can now serve Lucknow easily. So this is how the Indian context is going to change. Whereas in the Middle East market, it works in a very interesting way.
Okay,
here, the adoption starts from top to bottom.
Okay.
Where the sheikhs and the people handling the country are the guys who set up the visions, what needs to be done. And their ambitious vision then translate to the small businesses out there. So they always look forward to that. The way it is going to articulate is they want to keep human costs low. They do not want to have a lot of humans doing the same work. They have deep pockets compared to the Indian geography. Hence, they are in a phase where they will be experimenting a lot with AI. Some of them will fail, some of them will rise like anything. So any company who's very visionary around the technology space can really go ahead and pitch in the UAE market. Whereas in India, you have to sell utility.
Very interesting point which you mentioned around the process wise as well as on the technology wise. Now just assume I'm a company of a similar size as you are, but I'm not tech transformed. Maybe I'm just working or following the old ways of working. What are some of the key advice which you will give it to them, and specifically the change around people, right? Because the process and technology are not going to change until the people in that company is going to change.
People shift or cultural shift is the hardest. It's something we have learned in our MBAs everywhere. And but there are certain strategic things that you can do to build that culture. The way we define it internally is when we had started adopting AI and become an AI first company. We understood that we four cannot do everything. We need to get it translated to our 100 employees.
Exactly.
What we did was we first started with a change in leadership structure and an ideation. What I mean by that is we created an AI department, on an innovation department. We assigned a head to that, and we created a forum internally where we can discuss ideas. No matter if they survive that idea in the real market, you just keep brainstorming things. The second thing is what we did internally is also allocated the budget to the people who want to experiment. Third thing is we gamified. Last quarter we ran a competition, an AI first competition, where people can come and create their own AI use cases which company can sell or which company can adopt, which a heavy monetary price. And fourth is we started changing the way we are hiring people, the skill set of the people. Now there are certain benchmarks that we really want people to have before they join. So what I'm trying to say is we defined it internally in 4 steps. Any business who want to do a transformation like that, they have to look inwards for people transformation. It has to allocate a department. It has to gamify something. It has to be taken help of an HRs, and you have to bring your middle management into the picture and show them the bigger picture. Make them, I would call it a point for a responsible point to handle that endeavor. And doesn't matter even fails or not, you should always celebrate that. So this is a small ways you can bring that change culture.
So you gave them first of all, I think a community in that sense. This is the experiment which we are doing at the company level, which means that okay, yes, it is not only me, everybody is looking and our company is sponsoring. Second is you established a community around it, right? For example, hey, by having this, the idea, etc., you can contribute, you can learn, which was also a very safe space for them, because for them it is not a hurry. Maybe Manu is just looking for like number of people to cut down and bringing AI, but rather it was no, we need like even more scaling, and because we couldn't do it with this team, this is how it is going to help you, which gave them the more confidence. Yes, now I can learn, and now I can contribute better with myself as well as with the company's vision.
Yes, definitely.
You are working with the small and medium enterprises, and which means you are working with the large number of companies in that. So how do you ensure that they keep trust with you? Because as you know, with the small and medium industry, it is very important that they keep on trusting you, because even a very small change could be a very big impactful for them. So how do you ensure this?
Sure. B2B business is a relationship business.
Okay.
We define relationship, or we have three signals to define the relationship: time to value, quality, and advocacy.
Okay.
We measure these three signals to understand how well our relationship with the client. Time to value means how quickly we can give them the first valuable thing that they can use into their business. So rather than making them wait for 6 months or 9 months, we shut it down, or cut it down to 3 weeks, 4 weeks max. Quality. How do we ensure that the projects have consistent quality experience, and despite if we as the founders are there in the project or not, even if the team is handling, they should have the same experience.
Okay.
That is second factor. This is where technology comes a lot of play, and AI comes into picture. Third is advocacy. Advocacy means how good or how open are they to refer us as a business partner, as a technology partner within their local geographies.
Okay.
Statistically for us, and this has been the biggest driver for our growth,
Okay.
1 in every 2 clients has referred us to another client.
Okay.
So these three things we keep a track very closely, and these are one of the parameters I measure to keep the client relationship very close. And as you mentioned, in a quarter things do change.
Yes.
Hence, it needs to be the founder's job to keep it.
And one another thing also which you mentioned is like technology, right? Yes, you are focused on the technology, but it should not make the decision making hard. It should simplify the things for business. How do you ensure that?
The way we ensure is we are not the company who will come to you, who will sell our ads, who will sell the tickets or the features. If you start a conversation with the right project discovery or the right requirement gathering for any business, and for whatever that you are doing, you define a certain KPIs. If this happened, how it is going to transform your business, or if this technology piece built, how much customers are you expecting in next 6 months? If you are aligned your business with the technology piece, it becomes a case where technology becomes an enabler, not something that you're left after 3 months and you have nothing to use for.
Okay.
Hence, this is where I mentioned for anyone to find the right partner is great. And you need to have those right conversations to find the right partners. Though we say technology, but it is all about the processes and the culture that we have built that is helping us make the technology easy for the clients.
And one more thing is like, finding the right partner. Like maybe one time I have found it, right? Maybe, but then usually what I have seen is the conversation gets stopped, right? Which is like, hey, I have just given you this software, or I have given you these number of people to manage it. But after that, there is like no conversation, and then you don't know where that exact business is going on. Do you also ensure that there are constant checkpoint with the customer? There are constant like track down of the customer pain point, which you are then going to take back and see, hey, how you can improve.
Definitely, there is. What we are doing internally to enable that, where after the code is deployed or the project is deployed, we do not leave them hanging.
Okay.
There are certain checkpoints that we have. It always start with a certain support period. It can be free and paid depending on the engagement, doesn't matter, but it stays there. Secondly, a frequent check-in with the clients to understand how their business is going, even if they are not engaging with us. One of the reasons to do that, a business always face certain kind of problems.
Agree.
Not all the problems can be solved using technology.
Agree.
But we have a blessing that we live in India, and India does not have a shortfall of talent. So, for example, if a client I'm talking to and they're facing a struggle, let's say around marketing, around sales, around customer support, we living in India can always direct them to the right people using our own network so that their problem gets solved. Once their problem gets solved, they will move to the next stage. And in that next stage, they might have a technology problem. And this is where they might come to. So as I mentioned, it is more of a collaborative growth. I call it a shared scorecard with these guys where I'm doing something in my strength, in my area of expertise to help that business grow. And in turn, they come back to us for more work and for advocacy.
So you are saying it is like, the network of network, right? Where you helped someone, maybe even you were not, you were just aware because, hey, you might have seen it with some other client or you have seen it in the market and you find it out, hey, this customer is facing this problem. Although I cannot directly help him, but indirectly I can help him in this way. And then later on, because once he scales, definitely he's going to, come to you.
Yes. And this problem is something we understood because we come from a product background.
Okay.
We have seen those days where you need help, you need access to the right knowledge, right people, and you do not have network.
Okay.
Even if you want to spend money.
So now we are in 2025 and you started this journey in 2018. So over the 7 years, if you could summarize your learning so that, maybe the next Manu Jain or maybe the next Kuldeep Singh who would like to establish a startup doesn't face, the same challenge which you did over these periods.
You are already doing good in the podcast. So that is a hot shot thing. I can think of 3 points and 3 highest takeaways that I would do if I have to also restart my career and could be a learning for other guys. First, trust your team.
Okay.
Trust your founders, trust your team. There are critical times where you feel that you can do this job better, but you have to trust them. Let them have their own learning curve and let them fail if it's bound to happen, but do that. Second, do not focus on more time means more business growth.
Okay.
There was a time when you used to work 16 hours, 18 hours a day and not giving time to the family or not taking out time for my own learning and development. So more hours does not translate into business growth. Have a balance. Third, as a CEO and all the people who are the early age founders, at least have 70% of the time, spend your 70% of time in the market.
In the market.
Not in the office.
Okay. So you are saying stay ground to your, the main focus or the main problem where you are solving rather than, just sitting in an office and thinking, okay, here I will find. Second is build the right team, right? Because you know what is the problem you are solving, and then if you need more technical co-founder, maybe more business oriented co-founder, have them into this so that they can help you with the growth. And the third aspect is, yes, trust them, because hey, of course, all the ideas were in your head and maybe you were the best executor at that moment, but someone needs to execute. Maybe in the initial phase they will make a certain mistake, or maybe they will not do at that bar which you are expecting, but slowly they will start doing it. One most important, and I think I really liked, is the balance, right? Because the more number of hours doesn't mean it will generate. Maybe for the short term, if it is just the need of the hour, do, but do not make it regularly, which is, I think, very true in the age of AI, because then it means the AI can still do that job for you 24 hours and you will not be able to compete. All right. Thank you so much, Manu. Very insightful conversation, and I think it is not an easier way to scale a company starting from the four co-founder to 100 plus company, also scaling it into 2 to 3 countries, as well as and also sharing, okay, how did you learn from the earlier mistakes, because it was not your first journey but like the third journey, but you made sure that you are taking up all those learning and applying it. And also you are not growing only yourself, you are also growing your co-founder, you are also growing your team, and in that way you are helping the entire the ecosystem to grow. And one most important thing which is like mandatory for this small and medium is to help each other, right? To be network and to help and support each other.
No, definitely. And I would say the God has been kind, the client has been generous, and the founders, my co founders, have a lot of patience. These three things have helped me sail through these rough times. And we are very confident in where we are going. And thank you again for inviting me to the amazing podcast. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, and maybe when we speak next time you do have another office in the another location.
Thank you so much.
That's it for this episode of Techie Talks with Kuldeep. Until next time, keep learning and keep innovating. Thanks for watching.